one of the most important things that we're going to get into when we're working with people is helping you delve into the real percentages of what really absolutely help you win a tennis match and help you get over the fear of shark attack. Because and it's you can pretty much 100% control whether or not you're attacked by a shark, because you just don't go in the water, right?
Yeah.
Don't go in the water, and you want and stay away from a pasture, and then cow attack is not likely. But see, the cool thing about coming to the net is if you get past cleanly, you don't die. You won't need surgery. There's another point coming up, and if you win the next one at the net, now it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And the pain is gone.
I say that, I guess that leads me to a question is, when you I guess avoid a shark attack in the water, and if you're like someone who's afraid of coming to the net, you'd avoid it too. So when you come up with those stats of the volleying, and because it's not like a grand stroke and it's not like playing a point stats, most people that come to the net are people that are more competent, and most of the time. So what would the stats be, I wonder, of people coming to the net when they're worried about coming to the net, and how much of a difference it would make mentally if they chose if they chose when to come to the net at the right time, and they also then worked on the things that you're talking about. How much of a gap would that be in losing a set, even probably 6-2, 6-1, to winning that same set against that same person in the reverse score, just by that one change of approach?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah.
So I think where you start is that you have to crawl before you can walk, and you have to walk before you can run. So I'm actually writing a book right now called How to Become a Net Dominator. That's the working title right now, but I'm probably going to need a different title. So in the book, I kind of walk people through different stages. Are you a net avoider?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a net by necessity player? Yeah. Are you a net visitor? Are you a net regular? Does the net know your name?
Yeah.
Right. Or are you a net controller, or are you a net dominator? And so I think, you want to go in stages. So wherever you are, if you've been a net avoider, then you want to become a net by necessity player, and so on up the levels. I'm not going to name them all again, but so I'll give you some examples. So here's some old time tennis player examples. Jim Courier and Mats Wilander are two players, one from the 80s and one from the 90s and early 2000s, who were really good baseliners, very, very good baseliners, and, solid top 10 players. And then when each one got to the point where they could come to the net and finish a point with one volley, so they could shorten the points and just change the pace of the match a little bit, then that was their ticket to going to number one in the world. When I'm coaching a high school team, I want every single player on my team to be able to be at least a net visitor. About half of them become net regulars.
That's good. Yeah.
A lesser amount become net controllers. And then, of all the thousands of players that I've coached, tens of thousands of players that I've coached over the years, only a handful have really truly become net dominators. But it's there. It's there for people to do. But here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. If you can just get comfortable with the idea that when you get a really juicy opportunity to come to the net, and you're confident enough that you can hit an approach shot to the right place and one volley to finish the point, your confidence will grow.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, the more you do, the better, and the better results you get, more regularly you do it, the more confident you get, the higher it kind of accelerates right through. So it'd be interesting to know. And I'll give a shout out to Sterling Strother and Dan Travis if they can do any stats around. Well, even if you can kind of describe those little levels to them around the stats on the volleying.
Yeah.
How many points did you win? Like you said before, with the passing shots, the missing the nets, and all that kind of stuff. What would
Yeah.
the rates be in all the different stages would be very interesting. I think
Yeah.
another point to make that you just said then with being net regulars and upwards. Oh no, net was it net visitors
Net
and upwards?
regular, net controller, net
Yeah.
dominator.
So you want your players to be what, net visitors and upwards?
Yeah, they should be. Yeah, I mean, and then
And I
every
think
once in a while, every once in a while, I just don't succeed at getting my players to want to be at the net ever. I
yeah,
mean, I've had, and so if after weeks and weeks of trying to get everybody up to the net, one of them won't do it, you know, that's fine. That's fine. it's not worth it to try to force someone to do
that's right.
something
Yeah.
that they're not ready to do.